Hello, good morning. Welcome to Better Life. Today we are going to continue with the teaching we have been having, exploits of ordinary people. Exploits of ordinary people. And we are going to take a step further today. And what I want to talk about today, I believe, is going to help somebody. I want to pick the subject today: be happy with little steps and little accomplishments. Be happy with little steps and little accomplishments. Be happy with little steps and little accomplishments. I have discovered that anyone at all who must do mighty things, because exploit is great things, mighty things, accomplishment in spite of enemies, achievement in spite of limitations. If you want to get to that level, you must be somebody who is happy with little things, because accomplishment begins from the little place and then more and more and more until exploits happen. Big things don't just happen. People who do big things have done small things successfully. Like in the words of Jesus, he said, those who are faithful in little are already faithful in much. It means their faithfulness in little things is going to connect them to big things. If you are doing small things successfully, if you are doing small things with great passion in a short while, God will promote you to doing great things. So you must learn how to be happy in your small accomplishment. You must learn how to be happy with little steps, with little accomplishment. Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 14. Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 14. The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear. The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear. A wounded spirit who can bear. A wounded spirit who can bear. When you are sad, when you are not happy about little things, you will lose the energy you require to do great things. When you are unhappy about your small steps, about your little accomplishment, you will lose energy that you require to do great things. The energy required to drive great things, the energy required to do mighty things, the energy required to do exploit is gathered from little achievements. Is gathered from little accomplishments. Happiness is when you realize the joy in little things. I'm going to say that again. Happiness is the joy you realize in little things. And anybody who fail this and who fails at this point will never reach exploits. Never, never. God taught us this very primarily in Genesis. In Genesis chapter 1, God started creation, at least the one we know in the scriptures. He commanded light to come. He said it was very good. He commanded water to go up and down so that there will be space in between. And he said it was good. He commanded waters on the earth to move to one side so that there will be land. And he said it was good. He commanded the water to bring forth living creations. And he said it was good. He commanded vegetation to come up on the earth. And it was good. He commanded animals to come up on the earth. He said it was good. Birds in the air. It was good. He created everything. And then he created man. And he said, very good. And then he came back again, took the rib of man and created woman. Oh, that's why woman is the summary, is the best thing God ever created, because she came from a finished product. It was good, 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 then very good. Now, man has been the one recreating the earth. Man took up the job of recreation from God, has handed over to him by God, and continued. The very good did not come until the good, the good, and the good, and the good, and the good. Nobody attains exploit. Nobody attains mighty result. Nobody attains great success until the person has attained little successes. Little successes. It is that will prepare you for the greatness that you are hoping for. I have discovered that many people are not happy about little things. They are not glad they are achieving small things. So ultimately, they are disqualified from doing the big things. And while they are wondering, is it my father, enemies from my father's house, enemy from my mother's house? It is the enemy inside you. The enemy inside you. You are not appreciative. Gratitude for little is what qualifies you for much. If you don't thank God for 10, you will not be given 100. If you don't thank God for 100, you will not be given 1,000. If you don't thank God for 1,000, you will not be qualified for tens of thousands. If you are not grateful for tens of thousands, you will not be able to receive hundreds of thousands. If you are not grateful for hundreds of thousands, you are not qualified for millions. Many of us have relegated ourselves to little things because of ingratitude. Ingratitude. That's the name. Forget about any other thing you are saying. You can talk gratitude, but it's not in your heart. Yeah, and gratitude is more than a talk. It's the posture of the heart. And the mouth may talk about it. You can talk like you are grateful and your heart is not grateful. And God reads your heart more than your lips. You can deceive people with your lips. You can't deceive God. God can read your heart. Many people just look at the accomplishment and wonder, look at my age. See, start from somewhere. Be grateful for where you are. Many people are in the grave. You gained admission, you are blaming God that you have carryover. So people have not even gained admission. I think it was here I shared sometimes in my 100 level, I had a carryover. I went to a canteen and gave myself a good treat. At least I got admission. That's why I'm having carryover. Somebody is looking for admission. One carryover will not stop me from graduating. At the worst, I have an extra. People who had extra is not already on their heads. I went to a canteen, I treated myself well. Use money for 1 week to eat one meal. For 1 week to eat one meal. And ultimately, I thank God for the carryover. It will shock you. The testimony that surrounded how the carryover was wiped away. It was wiped away. I didn't write the exam. They dashed me B. I didn't have to write the exam because I was grateful. I was grateful. I was grateful. I have seen things in my little life, mighty things that I believe came by way of gratitude. Gratitude. Even in the subject of exploit, in the subject of achieving great things, in the subject of succeeding, you need to be grateful for little successes. You need to be grateful that you are a street champion. Some people were never street champion till they died. Thank God that you are a street champion. In a short while, your street championship is going to translate to a city championship. Short while. Short while. You see, at times, life looks like this competition they do in secondary schools, or like the ones they do in some of these football competitions around. People will compete within the city, and then they pick one person to represent the city. They pick one team to represent the city, and then they go and represent the city at the state level, and then they pick one person, and then the state competition, and then they move on. That's how life is. You need to be deliberate about your happiness, about little things. You need to be deliberate about your joy in little things. Happiness is when you realize the joy in little things. It is littleness that prepares the way for greatness. It is smallness that prepares the way for exploits. If you are not grateful for little, you will never achieve great. If you are not grateful for small, you will never achieve exploit. Exploit begins from the small places with the little things. You need to be grateful, you need to be happy, you need to be joyful about this small accomplishment. You have set goals that you hit. I know you didn't hit some, I know you missed some, I know you have failed, but you have succeeded in some other areas. Somebody is saying there, Pastor, you don't know. I have failed in everything. You woke up this morning, you slept and you woke up, you didn't fail that one. You have appetite, something is running. I have never met one person that everything went bad for. Celebrate the working things, and then you will receive energy to make things work in the areas that are not working. You know, I have discovered from my little study of the scriptures that angels are paralyzed in any environment where happiness is absent, in any environment where joy is absent. Angels are paralyzed when you are not happy. You practically make them hibernate. You practically minimize their efforts. You practically make them useless around you. An environment of excitement and joy is what keeps your spiritual powers alive, is what keeps the Spirit of God even in you alive, is what keeps your angels working. Be happy with your little accomplishment. Be happy with what God is doing in your life presently. Be happy that something is working. Everything may not be working. Celebrate what is working, and then keep working at what is not working. That's how life runs. If you don't learn this, I can assure you, very many things are going to go wrong. Yeah. If you are not happy for little accomplishment, even the little will soon go wrong. Yeah. The master gave one talent, who was not grateful. He buried that one talent. When the master came, he said, take it from him and give to the man who has 10. He said, because those who have little, their little shall be collected and given to those who have much. You know why? The master said, give the one talent to the man who has 10. The reason is simple. It is because he was not grateful. Those who were faithful with 2, they were given 2 more. Those who were faithful, although the man was faithful with 2, he got 2 more. And then the master said, enter into more. Those who were given 5 got 5 more. The master said, enter into more. Everybody faithful ultimately were given nations, were given cities. But the one who was not grateful, maybe he looked at himself and wondered, why was I giving 10 million when others were giving 100 million? Why was I giving 5 million when some were giving 20 million? Instead of maximizing the 5 million, many of us, we are dying because of comparison. We are not grateful because of comparison. We cannot maximize ourselves, maximize what we have, maximize the little opportunities we have because we are looking at others. The race of life is individual in nature. Run your race. Thank God for where you are. Thank God for how He's taking others. Bless God because He's taking you further. But never think that God is not faithful because of where you are. No. If you have not risen as much as you hope, God didn't cause it. God is not wicked. So, no matter what is happening, be happy for where you are. The message is clear. Derive joy from little accomplishment. Derive joy from your little steps. In a short while, your dwarf limbs will soon turn to giant limbs. And then you'll be able to take the giant strides that you have always had in your heart. In a short while, the little effort is going to be yielding great things. Short while. But between now and then, be happy. Jesus said nobody can add anything to his life, anything at all, by worrying. Worrying. Why am I like this? Those younger than me are doing great things. They have bought good cars. They are riding good cars. They have built houses. Look at my life. It's only land I have. I can't even build. Some don't have land. And for those who are hearing me and don't have land, and you are complaining, I don't have land, I don't have this, I don't have that. Some can't even take of land. They don't even have health. Look, if you want to be grateful, there are plenty of reasons to be grateful. I'm going to stop here for today, and I want to let you know we are always here for you. You have prayer points, send them to us. We can pray with you. You have matters bothering you, send it as SMS. We are going to guide you. You need counseling, you can put a call through. Why not? 070 56 66 76 86. One more time, 070 56 66 76 86. I love you, and I'll see you again tomorrow.